Sup, sup. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good to see everybody. Welcome to the show. Got the evening live stream, 8:50. Big J is here. Big J's in the house. Big J's back on business. What's up, Cody Marmon? Good to see you, bro. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's dinner time live, J Swerve. Exactly. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Listen, here we are. We got something more than just a live tonight. We're doing members only after this. Members only stream. I will be taking live viewers. Okay. So if you're a member, you want to talk to me face to face, I'll be taking live viewer questions for a half an hour, 30 minutes of members face to face questions. So make sure you tune in. If you're a member, you want to chop it up face to face. I'll be having the folks on live. I set up a separate members stream from StreamYard, not this stream on OBS, but I would do members from StreamYard so I can easily bring some guests on. So your boys bringing it. Listen, I'm doing it right. This is the first members only stream since you became a member. Swerve, I'm sorry I haven't been doing them. I'm bringing them back. I took a hiatus from them, but we got them back and I think we'll have them better because my plan is to try to make it a better experience, you know? Like I feel the option to hop in and ask questions face to face is the way to do members. So yeah, we can chop it up face to face, have a good convo. I'm so disappointed that the gaming stream has not been back, but you guys know Tuesday there was a bit of a mishap. So the reason you didn't get it is because of unforeseen circumstances, but I assure you, I anticipate doing one next week. I don't want to do it tomorrow because I have Propaholics in the evening, and then I have a video idea that I want to work on as well as lunchtime live. And then Friday, I'm not going to do it. It's weigh-in recap show Friday. It's, Friday weigh-in show in the afternoon for the lunchtime live. I'm doing lunchtime live 199 tomorrow. And then I have lunchtime live 200 on Friday. So make sure you guys tune in to that 200th episode special, man. It's going to be pretty cool. You're doing a Zuffa boxing companion on Friday. I'm not going to be, man. I've kind of set aside Friday evenings as like a chill night. I hang out with Jersey Girl. We relax. We get some food. I'm going to focus on the video and then I'm going to enjoy. But I've already told her, be watching some of the Zuffa boxing. She's excited to see it too. I'll be back with the fight companions on Saturday. Now, if there's some massive boxing on a Zuffa card, sure, I'd be open to it. And I'm not saying I'll never do Zuffa boxing fight companions. I just, for right now, based on our work schedules, I think Friday's a good Jersey Girl night. Yeah, exactly. That one show night. I've been going hard, man. Video today, video yesterday, Propaholics tomorrow. Good to see Cody Marmon's back as a member. Look at that. I'm going to need to get on there to hear you explain your love for Patty striking. Let's go, Majestic. Let's go. I think it's gotten better. Fast, man. Was so fucking back. Cody, it's nice to have you back. The chat was thinking of you. Braden brought you up multiple times. He's like, where is he at? Is he okay? Exactly. I'm saving the energy for Saturday's companion. It's going to be a badass day. I can't fucking wait. I can't fucking wait, dude. Oh, it's going to be so nice to have the fights back. And it's not just having fights back. It's more than just having fights back. It's the UFC's Paramount debut. That's so much better than just having fights back. I can't fucking wait. Favorite prop for the Umar fight? I like Umar by decision. I like Umar on the cards. O'Malley facing a striker, right? It's a good way to do it. I think I'm with you. I think he shows out. You know that Kayla was told by doctors that if she didn't have neck surgery immediately, she would likely become paralyzed? That's insane. Holy shit. I did not read that. It's so weird what gets in the headlines versus what doesn't. I have not seen that. I have not seen that. And I check Twitter every day. Or X, whatever you want to fucking call it. Jairzinho Rosenstruik got arrested. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just excited what this Paramount shit's gonna look like. Paramount vibes coming. Holy shit. Things are fucking looking up, man. Jake Paul, his partnership with the PFL has ended. Never even took a fight there. That's hilarious. It does have a UFC 300 vibe feel this week. You're right. You're right. Pimblett by submission. That's my call, Miguel. I think Patty the Batty's going to sub him up. Doctors always overreact with that shit. True. They tell you the worst case scenarios. Okay, fair. Ricky Tercio's Cam Smothering, not 300 level, but the hype on it feel. I get what he's saying, and I agree. Jairzinho gonna run the yard. Yo, prison Jairzinho, I would not want to cross paths with his ass. Can you imagine Cain Velasquez and Jairzinho are in prison together? They got to fight it out for who's the baddest. I do have an IG. I do, Urbo, MMA_experts. I just don't post a lot. I just love YouTube, bro. You know, I don't necessarily love Instagram. Yeah, Braden, we're gonna have some merch drops this year. It's just we got to get the year rolling, you know? You were leaning Justin, but after watching the recent fights, I'm going towards Patty. Dude, Patty is the A side. It's hilarious because most casuals are picking Gaethje, so I'm curious to see the reactions when Patty chokes him out. Are there a lot of casuals picking Gaethje? Because I haven't really seen too much of the like Instagram accounts and their takes or anything like that. But I see there's people calling Gaethje because of the punching power, because Patty's fight against Jared Gordon, et cetera, et cetera. I think Patty the Batty's level's better than he was against Jared Gordon. I think Patty the Batty has really started to put shit together. I think Patty the Batty's got a solid striking game. I know OG in the chat, fucking Mystic, wants to talk to me about it. We'll talk about it. Feature prelim is 300 level for this card. I agree. The feature prelim has a savage feel. That's easily a main card fight. That's a damn co-main event on some pay-per-views. Does the UFC have a promo package for Gaethje prepared? Oh shit. PDX Hoya says casual picking Gaethje right here. Nah, PDX, you're not a casual. Regardless of your take, nobody can call you a casual, PDX. You're a savage Gaethje's witness, dude. AJ, I brought this up in Discord. Would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Gaethje today during the media day said he's not making $1 more with the new $7 billion Paramount deal. So, as nice as it would be if the UFC is like, hey, we just got a $7 billion deal. Here's a raise for everybody. I don't think the UFC is giving out raises when they already got contracts signed. But maybe they'll give Gaethje a nice bonus if he puts up a good fight or something like that. I think they should give him a Paramount debut main event bonus for sure. I think that it'd be nice. I think the, contract negotiations for some of the more marquee fighters, they might see more money. But I don't think guys at the back end of the card are going to get any more dollar signs. I don't think they are. I really don't think we're going to see like, a mid-card guy, like prime example, let's say Cameron Smotherman. They're not going to give him a $10,000 raise. If you win some fights and you get a new contract, maybe they're apt to throw a little bit more. but I would really emphasize the point. I don't see much of an increase to fighter pay happening at the bottom or the middle. I actually think, if anything, they have more buying power for the, big name guys. Maybe some of the mega stars can get more money, you know? Maybe MMA starts to have higher pay at the tippy top, but I think at the more, mid-level, I don't expect much of a change. I really don't understand the hype behind Gaethje's power. Who's the last person he slept with a punch? Old cowboy 7 years ago. I'm sure he hits hard, but his power is overrated. He doesn't really sleep people. Gaethje was cracking for a while. Like when you look at, Gaethje 5 years ago, Gaethje's hands were there. His power that he showed, even against Tony Ferguson, volume, but there was a lot of big shots that Ferguson ate. He hasn't really been able to find the shots that he landed earlier in his career. He also, with Justin Gaethje, it's not like just that he has like freaky power like some guys do, like Pereira or Taporia. It's more Gaethje puts like all of his weight into every shot, So I think that's how he generates so much force. That being said, you're not wrong. As of late, we haven't had a vintage Gaethje knockout, like he did years ago. I don't know how much more 7 billion is relative to the ESPN deal. Does anybody have a specific number they can give me? I think the fight bonuses should be doubled. I think would be cool if like fighters got 100K bonuses. But there's a possibility the UFC then this is like cheaper with giving them out. If we give them out at the same rate, let's do 100K bonuses. They're not going to increase the minimal like 12K to show, 12K to win. No, I don't think they'll jump it. No, I don't see it. Guys are still going to sign the contracts until people are like, no, I'm not signing it. Where are they going to go? If you say no to a UFC contract, your earning potential is a lot lower in PFL. You can make some money in PFL, but where are you going to go? The UFC has MMA really by the throat, a full stranglehold. So they dictate. If they want to be generous, they can, but I think they like to cut cost. Saw Gaethje had a knee brace on embedded. If he shows up to fight with one, he's cooked. Damn, bro. Gaethje with a knee brace. Yeah, that's not a good look at all. Love Gaethje, but how on earth could Justin say that when pay-per-view points are unknowable since they aren't doing pay-per-view anymore? I think because maybe they feel with the new deal, like the broadcast deal, without the pay-per-view points, the UFC would have more dollars to, give a little raise to some of these guys. I believe the bottom tier contender series contract is 12 and 12. It's pretty low. Not only is the lock of the week hitting, Garrett Wolf is putting his mortgage on it. So I have 2 houses after the week. Let's go, Garrett Wolf. W, bro. AJ really going from dog locking Gaethje at 313 to locking the guy fighting him? Yeah, absolutely. I did. I dog locked Gaethje and I was right against Fiziev. It was a great call. I was on the money with that dog lock. But just because I lock somebody doesn't mean I have to stay loyal to that lock. You know what I'm saying? See Justin talking about the pay. Yeah, we were just talking about it. Gaethje put James Vick into another dimension. Violent, yes. Edson Barboza too. Oh, he fucked some guys up, man. Chat, we're at 22 likes. The likes are a little low, man. I want to see 30 likes up in here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Sure, it's better than ESPN, but it's probably not just 7 billion more to spend. No, I mean, employees and whatnot. I do think the UFC could offer some of a salary jump. I don't think they will. They won't. Maybe some of the megastars get a little more. UFC has thousands of desperate, high-level fighters to choose from, willingly to be taken advantage of. You're not wrong. Best path to victory for Justin is surviving early grappling onslaught, putting the pressure late. Patty was gassed against Tony in the third, and Tony was putting mustard on him. Patty's also never been 5. If Gaethje survives past the first couple, and then a late pressure, onslaught, and Patty's gassed out, but I just believe in Patty Pimblett's game right now. Yo, I love you, my brother. My family are rich as fuck. Cause hey, Nikki Clean. Congratulations, bro. All love to you as well. Glad I could help. They just announced Rodolfo Vieira versus Cedric Dumas for the Miami card. Dumas? Oh my god. Um Rodolfo Vieira versus Cedric Dumas. What the fuck? Not on my bingo card of fights that I thought would be booked. I'll say Rodolfo Vieira submission. Embedded is so bad now, though. Same thing since early 2010. You don't even watch most don't anymore. I don't. I don't. I'll try to check it out this week, but I end up not watching. But I'll watch Embedded because you said that. I will watch the Embeddeds. I will start watching them tomorrow, and I will give you a rundown what I thought on the Fight Companion. Okay, I'll at least try to watch a few of them. You think John Silva's ground game can hold up against the top of the division? Aljamain, Movsar, Diego. I think Alexander's wrestling will be a problem for him as well. The Diego Lopez fight, I mean, we already saw him exploited on the ground. I think Movsar gives him a lot of pause with that. Aljo, same thing. The one element of John Silva is striking. He could always land, right? So as good as some of these guys are on the ground, if Aljamain Sterling strikes with John Silva, it could take one. It's a worry, but I'm not ready to say that it's like a contendership death sentence, if that makes sense. Taking advantage of question mark. It's called labor market. Come on. I think chat what the chat is talking about PDX is just the fact that like the UFC hasn't upped their base pay. But at the end of the day, in this modern era especially, there's a lot of fighters on the roster. Getting to the UFC doesn't mean you're going to stay in the UFC, and it doesn't mean you're going to generate any income from them. The reason that lower level UFC fighters don't make much money is because they don't really make the UFC much money. Like, let's keep it honest here. The investments that the UFC makes in the higher level guys, that is how they make their bread. Does the UFC really make any money off of Ricky Tercios? They're probably losing money on guys like that. Do they make any money on Cameron Smotherman? No. They can make money on a prospect that gets eyes, investing in a Gaethje, you know, fun styles that pay off for them. Sean O'Malley makes them money. Can you see Lewis taking Waldo down? I don't think D. Lewis is going to turn into, Derek Lewis Nurmagomedov or anything like that. The reason they keep Dumas around is he's a guy they can throw a check and get a fight on the card, and maybe they want to give Adolfo Vieira a chance to bounce back. They like to use him against prospects normally, so it's interesting to see him fight a fellow vet. You can't see how people are on the Sugar train this weekend. Song at plus 180 is insane value. Yes, Sugar's coming off 2 wrestling camps, but who did worse than O'Malley in the wrestling against Marab? I mean, fair point. But I don't look at Song Yadong's body of work and think to myself, oh shit, Song Yadong's a high level wrestler. I think he's got some takedowns in the game. Think of it as a business, though. It makes sense. When you're giving these fighters crazy money is when they start fighting once a year. That was exactly what boxing was till Saudi came in and gave them insane money. And then the Saudis, with their unlimited dollar signs, are able to just go negative on everything. Look at the crowd when we're in the early prelims. Depends on where, especially in Vegas, but lucky the corners show up. When you go, though, in person, when you have the French cards, like the early fights of the night, got a lot of people. You know who made the UFC money? Vince Pichel. Did he make the UFC some money? Did he now? Even if you get a couple fights, you can use it as marketing, teach, make a living that way. I definitely think there's a pathway for fighters to capitalize on getting a UFC contract. Like, probably ups the rate. Like, imagine there was like a personal trainer at a gym that had clients, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm a UFC fighter and I train people." Like, yeah, they're gonna do numbers. Like, it's a good way to build a business, and it's a good way to get some early capital and then invest in yourself and set up, financial readiness and success later. It's a very great opportunity for exposure. Chael said it best. When these guys are unranked and unknown in the UFC, I don't think of it as they're only making 20 to 20. Think of it as the cost in the UFC 2020. They currently have no value. It's exactly why the UFC's pay on the lower scale isn't going up. Fans will complain about it, and I understand the empathy. Like, these guys are fighting, they're not making any money, but they're not making the UFC any money. If the UFC decided to not sign a Cameron Smotherman, nobody's going to be like, "Oh my God, where's Cameron Smotherman?" But if the UFC didn't sign Max Holloway to a contract and they lost him to another organization, there would be some disappointment, inherent value that some guys have versus some guys not having. Hey, Justin Pitnick, welcome to the MMA Experts Army. Thank you for becoming a member, bro. AJ, thank you. This goes way beyond MMA or money. You helped me win big and pulled me out of a dark place when I need it most. Hey, W, Nikki Clean. I'm really happy to hear that, man. If you don't like the pay, don't take the job. If enough guys say no to UFC, they'll have to raise. It's as simple as that. Exactly. But here's the thing. You get a fighter. This is the thing. Let's say there's a group of fighters from, first world countries. Like, let's say guys from Canada and America. We're not accepting that base contract to the UFC. That Savage from fucking Ecuador, that animal from Mexico, that killer from Russia, that Japanese beast, some guy from Iran, you know what I'm saying? The guys from these poorer countries, well, we'll take the contract. They're gonna get replaced by those guys. Yeah, it's like one of those things where how can you really fight the machine? You have to just become a star. You have to just become popular. You have to build your brand. You have to become valuable as a fighter, whether it's because your personality makes you a fan favorite or because what you do in the octagon is something people don't want to miss. Something has to happen, you know? Song isn't a wrestler first by nature. He'll have to level up huge to go in with that kind of game plan executed against Sean coming off two Marab fights. Plus, Cejudo was jabbing the fuck out of Song. Agreed. I think it's a walk in the park. Subbed on my auto account because I thought I logged into the right account and my membership was gone. Is Culture Combat. I thought it was you, Culture Combat. I thought it was you. I recognized the Justin. I was like, I think it's him. Good to see you back, bro. A fantastic point, AJ. Thank you, bro. It's just, listen, it's business, bro. You got to have value. How much money did the piece of shit in the suit that gets paid millions make? Endeavor, how much do their executives make? Let's see. How much money Endeavor exactly make for the UFC? I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. The people at the top get paid, man. Only thing I can think of is rewarding exciting and good fighters and penalizing boring ones. Bet my life-saving fighters like Amanda Hebos, Jailton, Corinne Silva make more than Rebeshki, Ribovics, and Duncan. True. True. I don't think Corinne Silva deserves those dollars, though. I saw you a big Bukowskis fan. I love to hear that. Bukowskis is a savage, bro. Almost 6 months, no Ripskis. Yes, Thai Nation. February makes 6 months. I think fighter pay is good to keep them active and driven towards championship status to make way more. All fighters should get extremely good benefits, though, as compensation. It's got to unionize. I don't think the UFC will allow a union. But I think this. I think we can meet in the middle. Maybe we don't have amazing pay for fighters on the lower levels. But I think if you're on a UFC contract, I like the idea of the UFC offering fighter insurance. You should be able to get health insurance. The UFC should offer health insurance, man. I think the UFC should do health insurance. That should be it. It shouldn't just be, oh, you're injured in a fight, we'll pay for it. No, the UFC should do health insurance. I think that'd be nice. I think that's a way to say, hey, we care about you guys. You're not going to necessarily pay them more money for a fucking, prelim fight. That's fine. But health insurance. I like that idea. Yeah, 6 months, no ripskis, bro. Listen, enjoy your volcano iris taco. But yeah, I stopped smoking, man. You've been gone for a while, my dog. I'm sober as fuck now. The suits just made the UFC 7 billion is your answer. The suits are the one doing the negotiations. Exactly. Fighters can't do that. Yeah, approaching 6 months, no rips, man. But I'm feeling great. I got high energy all the time, locked in mentally. Feel like the content's been really good. I think you guys been liking the content. I mean, if you've been watching some of the recent videos, I'm assuming you guys enjoyed them. The one that really seemed to be an underrated cult banger was that a what the fuck UFC 324. 329 likes on that. So you guys better keep bringing it. I'm going to ask for at least 200 likes for the next one. Bedtime's picking Gaethje by KO. Really? Am I going to convince you to get sober now? I missed it, bro. How'd you do it? I just fucking stopped smoking one day. I had a little bit of a cold. And then I was like, man, let me take a few days off. Smoked again. Didn't really like it. I'm like, fuck it. Let me not for a while. And then slowly but surely, I just stopped altogether. What time do you normally go to bed now that 6 months sober? Bro, I like to sleep by like 2:30 on the later end, earlier nights by like 1:30. Yeah, dude. My sleep is definitely a lot more normal. Last night's video was great. I appreciate you guys. I'm glad you liked it. Last night's video was good. Happy for you. Thanks, Stormy Norm. You quit for 4 years now. You smoke a few times every year. It has some benefits in small doses. Listen, if you want to enjoy some rips, do your thing. The video from yesterday was lit. So was the lock of the week. Was so back. Love the new series. Hey, let's go, Useless. Fuck yeah. Hey, what's up, Infected? Good to see you. WW. What's up, everybody? Yo, what'd you guys think of the thumbnail on this week's Best MMA Bets? Did anybody notice? Did anybody notice the change? This week's Best MMA Bets got an upgrade. It's this week's Best MMA Bets 2.0. It's the same show, but I changed the fucking thumbnail a little bit. I added a different picture of myself. I felt like this one carried more power. I was like, I actually clipped that from the actual video from today. I had a few options, bro, because this was the OG thumbnail, right? And I was like, wasn't really feeling it. I'm like, I got to step it up for the modern era. This was my second option. I was like, maybe this one. And then I was like, let me see. Then I was like, no, this is the one, centered and all. So yeah, this is the new this week's Best of MMA Bets thumbnail. Stepping up the quality a bit. Making it look better. Making it look cleaner. Was there ever a card all favorites one? I think there has been, yeah. The what the fuck video was pretty. I'm glad to hear it, man. Your experience in corporate is that suits are worth 2 times the crazy salaries they get, and most aren't worth the air they displace. Not much in between. Fucking unfortunate. Fucking truth, though. You're a corporate world star. I haven't been. You ever play Fight Night Champion? Not on stream, but yes, I have. Good change. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. The curls coming with clutch for the thumbnails. Thanks, bro. Cutting the hair was the best decision, but it still looks good. You disagree with me on the Patty fight? You think under 2.5 takedowns for Patty is better value than Moneyline? Okay. Listen, man, that's the side you got to go for then. Favorite fight for this card? I like this John Silva Arnold Allen fight. Sleeveless hoodie for the thumbnail is crazy, Axe Valens. That's crazy work. The sleeveless hoodie. I'm glad you guys like the change, man. I was craving a nice upgrade. I figured, hey, let me see. Let me do something better. Even for the weigh-in show, I don't know what picture I'm going to use yet. I don't know if I'm going to take a new, you know, clip from the actual video or if I'm going to rock with the picture for this week's best of May bets. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Got a couple days to think about it. You think the early start times will stick? It didn't last very long last. I hope it sticks. Dude, I really hope it sticks. I like it way better. For us East Coast folks, it's so much better, bro. Because now I don't have to, finish super late with the content. Like at least I can get some fucking normal sleep. I'm feeling good. That guy's sofa. How you feeling, bro? Flying tomorrow, saving the best bets for sitting in the airport. Smart, Drowsy Dwarf. Smart. You'll enjoy it, bro. There's a lot of good takes. Had done an RR with those four prior to watching a video. What's an RR? We miss you, AJ. Hey, it's verified. Well, I'm glad that you got me back. I mean, I was doing some off week content, but the on week content is always so much better. You want me to get a DR Nurgajai interview? That's crazy. Which fight is the most line movement? Let's check. Let's check. Let's check. All right. Natalia Silva and Rose was way closer at open. Dun, 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 dun. Alexander Hernandez and Michael Johnson was a lot wider at open. Smotherman was way wider at open. Those are some of the big movers. Waldo as well. Who in the top 5 at the heavyweight do you think could beat prime Daniel Cormier? All right, let me think about it. Who beats prime DC? I feel like Carlos Ulberg's frame gives him trouble. I feel like somehow he'd sell against Ankalaev. I think him and Prohashka would go like 1-1 against each other. I think he'd ground and pound Roundtree. I think he'd lay and pray Blahovic. I think him and Poetan's crazy. I don't know. DC probably gets knocked out by Poetan. We got to get a Japan card builder for you. I will. I just need to get some more fights rolling. I think that even if Patty gets dropped, he can lay on his back and use the threat of his guard to recover like Oliveira did/does. That's true. Does Gaethje really want to follow him to the ground? I lean no. We're so back, drinks and those things. Fuck yeah. You think Per, Ank, Yuri, and Ulberg all beat him? Hot take. I think Osmot is a nightmare matchup for him too. Those are the guys I think beat him. I don't think they're bad takes at all. Azamat versus Paulo Costa is going to be cool. Really excited. AJ, quit smoking, cut his damn hair. He's asking for 200 likes instead of 100. The evolution is real. Love to see it, my boy. Hey, what's up, Aristek? That's great. It's funny. Listen, bro, I cut the hair because I wanted to look a little classier, a little cleaner and genuine. I just wasn't liking how all the hair was feeling. It was just too much, bro. It was starting to really annoy me. Like getting out of the shower was fucking annoying, bro. I had to dry my hair. It was just too much. Too much. It was really starting to piss me off. So I said, you know what? Let me just stop. That was, as simple as that. Ready for Propaholics tomorrow? Propaholics is going to be a banger, bro. Me too. I'm hyped for Propaholics. I love these sort of all-time fight slash GOAT discussions. This guy in his prime versus that guy. It's a fun way to talk. The issue is, sadly, we never get to see it, especially because the UFC game is not realistic enough to give us like a proper shot, 60K after 325. Hey, let's go, Axe Valens. I got to just get a banger video out to the masses and get a viral clip. Propaholics helps open your eyes to some cycle parlays. Yes, it does. Let's keep a tracker in 2026 and see how the props do, okay? UFC Greenland? I don't think so. I think UFC Greenland is a fun pipe dream. Sober J over Rastaman J. Let's go, Thai Nation. Fuck yeah. I appreciate that too. AJ, I'm meeting Gunnar Nelson tomorrow. What should I say? Just say what's up, bro. Just be chill. Ask him to show you some cool fucking, submission or something like that. Almost 50 likes. Let's go, okay, Waves. What are we at for likes? Let's see. Currently at 50 likes. Look at that. W for the 50. Problem is, it's so hard to have these discussions with old heads because of their nostalgia bias. I once heard Luke Thomas say Pereira versus Anthony Johnson is a razor close fight to pick. You know what it is? Like, it's because Rumble's power could knock anybody out, but you have to favor Poetan. His striking is next level. And you're right, the calf kicks are also a valid point. I really think you have to look at more of a objective viewpoint without who your favorites are, Yeah. I'm blessed without that old head bias, man. I got into the sport as a young kid. And I think because I got into the sport so young, growing up with it, as a little kid and then growing into a fucking man watching it, you see the different eras, but like you look at it differently than, if you got into it when it first started popping off in the 2010s or even 2000s and you were already like 30, a little less stubborn, maybe. Maybe we don't get it Saturday, but how do you feel about multi-cam angle view where you can choose cam 1 to 4? That would be really cool. Definitely going to check out this multi-cam thing, but I don't necessarily know what to expect. Are you familiar with Veggie MMA? No, I don't know him. Cool documentary. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Whenever I feel like it's Sanjeezy. I don't. Waldo goes distance versus Lewis. Low chance, dude. Growing up, do you ever want to be in the UFC? Genuinely, no. I never had that. I'm gonna be in the UFC mentality. I always just really loved watching it. Like I just enjoyed it so much. Like I was like, this is fucking awesome. But never, like I never looked at the champions like growing up. Fuck, oh, I want to beat that guy. Or I'm gonna beat that. I never even thought of it. Like it never crossed my mind. Like I can genuinely, I don't remember ever thinking that. Like, oh man, I'll fuck that guy. Like I never had that thought. I'm more like, bro, this is awesome. I love this shit. Covering the UFC, watching the UFC, like it makes me feel like calm and chill and is happy. I don't necessarily have maybe that like bitterness maybe that it takes when you're on the rise to get into the UFC. Pre-fight stream routine, preference based. I hit a workout before, I shower before, I eat some food before, and then I go live. Rushing, sometimes I just gotta fucking start the damn stream. Bet in the house on McMillan. Yeah, if he's really fighting Manelo Zacchini, he fucks Zacchini up. Am I familiar with Mike Roch? Yeah, he's in the chat from time to time. My dude said it was dumb to not let Russians on the White House card. I told him Russian UFC fighters are the last guys you want to activate as sleeper agents. Imagine getting Darcis in the Oval Office is crazy. I would like to see like Piotr Yan on the card, and I'm cool with Islam on there. Is Nick Diaz the next BJ Penn? Let's hope not, man. I know him and Nate are not on the best of terms, which I was actually kind of sad to hear. Finally made it live. Being on Oz time is a bit tough. Hey, Toppy, I'm glad you made it, bro. I know Oz time is different and it's hard to tune in live to the weekly live streams, but not. But I am happy that you got to make it, bro. W, my friend. I used to want to be a fighter as a kid, but honestly, now my goal is to become a coach, owning a gym, covering UFC fighters, making game plans, watching tape. All sounds so sick. Plus, I love traveling. Listen, bro, being a coach is a beautiful thing. It's a good goal, Swerve, and I respect it a lot. What's good, Louis boy? Well, I really hope Waldo wins, but starting to get a little nervous. Derek Lewis is crazy power. At least Manolo Zacchini's coming back. Also, with Manolo, bet the house on him to win. Bro, Manolo's getting fucking destroyed. As far as the D. Lou fight, I mean, I understand the worry. Derek Lewis can knock out anybody. It's you? You're Mike Raj? Oh, Axe Valens is Mike Raj. Yeah, the chat switched to the usernames versus the display names late last year and never switched back. Gene Silva KO, Josh Hockett KO, Patty inside the distance, O'Malley decision. Thoughts? Silva KO live, Hockett KO live, Patty inside distance likely, O'Malley decision likely. Bam. You agree, but not letting Islam or the Yan team? I understand. Okay. I see what you're saying. You're more about the teams. Not, I understand what you mean. Hey, who knows? In 10 years, I can be getting interviewed by Big J about my fighter heading to the championship. Listen, it's definitely possible. If you feel that you can like connect with people in a good way, like being a coach is a solid avenue. What's your favorite fight on 324 except for Patty Gaethje? Mine's Silva versus Allen. You know mine's the same, useless. Yes, Silva versus Allen. Me and Trey Good train with Manolo and Manny Zamorata. I listen, I'm saying he's probably great in the room, but not picking him against McMillan. Arnold being underrated. John hasn't fought anybody as good as Allen. I mean, he fought Diego Lopez, though. The sleeveless hoodie's a throwback, bro. I haven't worn it in a long time. Maybe one stream I'll bring it out again just to fuck around. Any prospects you excited about? Ateba Gaethje on this card. Ty Miller on this card. Next week's card. Let me look. Ewell Baranovsky. He's not on next week's card, but him. I like Cam Rouston a lot. Damn, BSD is a minus 300 favorite. BSD is a minus 300 favorite against Dan Hooker. I'm always going to tell people who asked my first ever student was Game J. That's fucking great, Swerve. I got that lifetime first ever student award. Quick bicep flex. All right, bro. Do it just for you. 6. Getting leaner by the day. TriStar versus John Silva is a banger. BSD going to do Hooker what Armand did to Hooker. Definitely the pathway of success is to do something similar. Definitely. Yo, Jay, listen, I feel good, man. I feel good. Bro, I've gotten like crazy strong at pulling. My pulling has gotten to like a stupid point. Like I'm at the gym and I do lat pull downs. I put it all the way down to the max weight, which is 257 and a half. And I'm able to get 6 good reps. So I'm pretty hype about that. Could I take Guru down in a minute? I don't know. 20K's on the line. I got to come to Jackson Wink so you can train with me, Trey Good, and Manolo. A little far from me, bro. Bro, it's crazy when a guy on trend can't bench more than a natural. AJ shows you work ethic is very important. Completely agree. There's an element to just like working hard, eating good, and just like staying consistent for years. You know, there's certain dudes that like make going to the gym a big fucking deal. Not saying I'm not excited about the gym, not saying I'm not excited to tell you guys about it, but like some people is like, bro, I'm going to the fucking gym. I'm getting in shape, gym grind 2026. And like they'll go for like 6 months and stop. Whereas I'm just like, I just fucking work out, bro. Like I just do this, you know? I just work out. You know what I'm saying? Good noodle. Thank you for the $5, bro. Might just throw a 10 on Figgy. Lock, he's powerful. And Umar's chinny. Odds are insane, to be fair. Listen, like, I respect the mentality, good noodle. I respect the mentality. I respect, like, hoping we can make some shit happen. But ultimately, the odds of his success, incredibly low. That's what I think. I'm gonna say incredibly low. But shit, if you want to throw 10 on him, do your thing. Dude, RS Tech, I hate that the fucking DS brothers beefing. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen now, but I can see a world where Teba Gaethje unraveling is him gassing out, try and finish this in round one, losing in a crazy upset. Shane Carver and Brock Lesnar type shit. Just dropping bombs round one, gasses sub round two. Possible. Possible for sure. Imagine just Gilly Zumar out cold. Listen, it's a fun pipe dream. I don't think it happens, bro. I don't think it happens at all. Like, I really don't believe it happens. But listen, if you feeling it, I wish you nothing but the best going for it. You think lip pillows help you quit gardening, bro? Yeah. Yeah. I just like, all I do is Zins now. I like coffee. I like Zins. I like a fucking workout. I like some diet soda. I be chewing some fucking mint gum. That's it. Now I got Umar as a lock. It's the underdog money screaming at me. See, good noodle. Like, I just don't really like betting like that. I like betting what I actually think's gonna happen versus like, oh, maybe there's a little chance. Hey, guard down. I'm gonna watch some of it, but I ain't going live for the whole thing, bro. I'm enjoying my Friday night. I'll be live all day Saturday, but I'll be sure to tune in for the main event to give you guys a little take on what I thought of the show. Yeah, I don't necessarily think Umar's chinny. He's been flash knockdown, but he also like recovers like nothing happens and then beats the shit out of people. Remember when you started using those lip pillows, you started being on and off the guard? Listen, it was a great strategy for me. We've been doing snus for 10 years. You get more addicted year by year. I don't even know what snus is, bro. Oh, snus is similar to Zins, but it's not tobacco though, the Zin. Bro, why don't you just fucking switch to the Zins, bro? Fuck putting tobacco in your mouth. Friday J is sushi night. Exactly, bro. Is Paramount doing anything different slash new on the broadcast? I knew they changed up the desk girl. It's a new girl on the desk. I don't know what else they're gonna do. I don't know. I anticipate new graphics. You do Zins now, we call it snus as well. Okay. I didn't realize that you also call it snus. You know what's crazy? Like, I feel like I've gotten less addicted to these. Like, I just do the 3 milligrams. I've never consistently upped it to sixes. Like, every so often I'll put a six in and I'll start getting dizzy. I'm like, bro, I can't be doing these sixes. I'm excited to see Brian Campbell too. I think he's gonna do a good job. Of course, I got Paramount Plus. Hell yeah. Also, chat, we're quickly approaching the 50-minute mark of the stream. If you're enjoying the Q&A, if you're having a good time hanging out with Big J, make sure you guys hit that like button. I'd love to see 65 likes as we approach that 50-minute mark. So make sure you guys hit it. You cashed on Ras Hilton last night at BKFC. Ras Hilton did BKFC last night? What? Our last card? Ras Hilton's like a known journeyman, right? He's just been around. Branko Brusic. Respect to Ras Hilton, man. What a savage. What a savage. I know. I saw Julian Lane lost. Dustin Peg got him. The disciple. When you see these modern fights, do you ever think of the fights that have happened previously with similar styles? And if so, how often do you get that prediction right? I try not to be overly comparative when it comes to like modern fights versus past fights. And I also try not to overly compare matchups, but like I like to look at how fighters do against potentially similar styles. I think Patty by sub, but yeah, I mean, you could get a knockout. Top 5 salty snacks, bro. I don't really be having salty snacks that much. I just be throwing some salt on my eggs. Pretty locked in with the diet right now. But if I had to pick salty snacks, I would say, I don't know, like maybe like Lay's barbecue. I like the baked ones actually. Uh I'd definitely say like throw in some original sun chips. Mm, maybe some of those Doritos. I kind of like the purple ones. I like the Cape Cod chips, and I'd say I don't know. That fourth one's tough. I don't know. Fuck do I like? I don't know. I think I got 4. Yeah, I like the baked lays, and I do think Sun Chips underrated. I like the fucking original one. Hey, good noodle. Thank you for the 5, bro. There's no UFC is hitting me bad. A couple days ago, I was rocking back and forth, just screaming Lucas Tracy quotes is crazy. Thank you for the 5, bro. That's fucking funny, man. Holy shit. Lucas and the UFC are back. Shit's hitting. Listen, it's a great time to be a fan. Spicy sweet chili Doritos. Those, yes. Garden salsa. I like the garden salsa. The ones I don't like are the cheddar ones. Hey, you're the guy from the Big Three stream? Yeah, it's me, bro. What's up? I had sun chips last over the summer, I think. Love the what the fuck vid. I agree. Justin winning is a nightmare. Patty versus Ilya. I'm picking Ilya, but I could see a world where Patty's size and jits can cause issues. Justin versus Ilya. There is literally no world where Justin wins. Justin's A game is Ilya's A plus 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 game. Patty's A game is like Ilya's A minus B. Yeah, valid point. I'm glad that you liked that video. Yeah, I think it would be bad if Gaethje won. AI, what AI YouTube channels? I don't know them. I don't watch them. I don't know any AI YouTube channels, but that's cool. Yeah, what are the AI channels? Yeah, I think Gaethje winning is bad for business. You thought Gaethje looked bigger in the face-off from today? Maybe a little taller, but I don't know about bigger. Paddy Pimblett kind of standing in like a McGregor-like posture. That's what I noticed. He's posturing. Only positive out of Justin winning is we could see Armin versus Patty in the meantime as like a fight night main event. Damn, bro. I don't know though. I feel like Patty would take the rest of the year off. I think Armin is live to fight Benoit Saint Denis if Saint Denis wins next week. Fatima Klein is a great prospect. Yeah, they had a face off today for the Paramount promo. I guess that's going out. I'm hype as fuck. Yeah, his posture look weird as fuck. I'm telling you, he's channeling like his inner McGregor with some weird ass posturing. Allen could have been undefeated if he hadn't blitzed in the last round against Max and gotten clipped. He could have won. He also beat Evloev, lost by the skin of his teeth. Listen, Allen's very good, but John Silva, I think, is a freak. Nerd neck overload. Oh shit, KZ. Nah, that's Mick Parkin, bro. You think Fatima Klein low key fine? I don't know, man. She's a little too masculine. We do need a John Pork fight. I'm assuming we get a John Pork fight in like the Middle East or something. Yeah, Patty was slouching hard as fuck. Who wins the Almeida and Kuniev? I don't know. I'm kind of leaning Almeida, but yeah, Kuniev could end up being live. I hope after this divorce thing, Ilya starts getting active. He finished Charles in 4 seconds in June. There's no reason he shouldn't have fought one more time before the whole divorce thing. I know. I hope we get like a post-divorce angry Ilya Taporia just showing out. Why are they burying Umar in the prelims? It's quite simple, bro. They don't want him to overshine O'Malley if he's on the main card. What's the cycle parlay? I dropped it during the video today. You can interchange O'Malley and Umar, and then you can go with Patty by sub, or you can go Umar and O'Malley by decision. Or you could also go one of them and then do Bukowski's KO. You like Derek Lewis over Salsa Boy? Listen, it's a take that seems really live. Chat was all over it. I did a poll last night, and shit was damn near 50-50. Peptide Lewis is no joke. I'm excited to see Peptide Lewis on the scale. Glad I got to jump into the live. Let's go. What's up, Ed Hernandez? What's up? Listen, if you guys are enjoying this stream and you're a member, you'll enjoy the member stream even more. I'm taking members on live. So if you're a member and you want to ask some face-to-face questions, you want to chop it up with me, join the member stream. I'm going to have a link in the chat where you can literally just join and hop into the stream and have a convo with Big J. So let's talk, bro. That's in about 35 minutes, the member stream will be starting. You see Hamzat being a rage baiting fucks, you know, saying no one wants to fight. I didn't see Hamzat rage baiting. I'm not surprised. Bro, people want to fight him, bro. Lots of people want to fight him. Hey, W Good Noodle MMA for gifting 5 memberships. What a savage. Thank you, Good Noodle. You're a very generous animal. That's great, bro. Yeah, hop into members after this, chat. I'm going to be chopping it up with the savages face to face. Absolute W. If I pull a savage parlay, I'm hitting a shoey. Let's go, Pug Lord. I used to do shoeys like an animal back in the day. You guys remember that era? The shoey era? Whoa. If you're an OG, you know I used to do shoeys whenever I hit 100 likes on Fight Companions. That's like what built my Fight Companions. I just do shoeys. Holy fuck, bro. Throwback and a half. Salsa Boy likes to stand and throw hands, and the Black Beast is the knockout king for a reason. Can't wait for Saturday. If he gets him in a brawl, he could catch him. Here to support MMA YouTuber would have gone insane the last 6 weeks without y'all. Hey, W Good Noodle. Glad that you got to at least watch me fighting UFC 5 and shit during the break. You don't think that Michael Johnson can fuck with Hernandez? I guess we'll see. I think it's close. I think it's a 50-50. Missed the shoey days. I don't want to do it. Do I call off work? You should. No bongs, no shoeys. Fuck, Unc J. Listen, Sober J just calling the fights and giving you guys a great time covering it, bro. It is what it is. It's better this way. It's what I want. What's the AJ breakfast? 4 eggs, like 200 to 220 grams egg white. Today was like 225. A lot of times I do 210. 2 pieces of some seed-tastic or grain-tastic bread from Aldi's with a little bit of fucking organic jam on it. Or avocado. One of the two. One of the two. Of course, where I go salt and black pepper. I mix it in before I cook it. Salt and black pepper for sure. Needed, bro. Needed. Do I like tofu? Not really, nah. It's not my choice. Not my choice of food. But yeah, that's my breakfast, bro. You work Saturday, you'd 100%, million% call off. Fuck yeah. You feel like this card's meant to be a layup for all popular fighters? Low key facts. High key facts, actually. I mean, it's right in her face. Imagine Patty wins, but looks so mid and beatable that him even being in the position for fighting for the interim title looks outlandish and kills any hype for him versus Taporia. Yeah, that'd kind of suck. I don't think so. I think he's going to win. Has your stoner population gone down in chat? Take a poll. Let's run it. Let's see. Are you a stoner? Yes or no? Let's see. I don't know. I never took a poll before, so I guess remains to be seen. Let's see. I feel like it's going to be close to 50-50. I actually think it was always close to 50-50, even when I was ripping. I don't think it was ever as, much as people thought. Hitting his rosin pen right now. Higher on the GOAT list, DC or Habib? Habib for me. Good Noodle, thank you for $2. Like this dono for booze over weed. There we go. Good Noodle dropping the fucking counter poll. 5 months sober city. W Thai Nation. Me too, bro. Blinkers all day, baby, but planning to quit February. Hey, let's go, Storm. You going military on us, bro. You have to quit. You're smoking a lot less because it makes a nerve issue in my neck worse, but I'm still saying you respect on that, KZ. Patty does seem the same size as Justin. Patty does. 57% saying yeah. 57% still on it. Savages. Age, what's your wish list for fight outcomes in the first quarter? Mine are Charles versus Max being a fight of the year contender. Fluffy beating the dog shit out of Sean, and BSD getting a flatline kill over Hooker. I'm going to say my hopes for the fights are, I would definitely say Fluffy beating Sean on my list too. Just because like I really like the idea of having, a new title challenger. I would say like I kind of hope that Rufy shines big time against Fiziev and just looks slick as fuck on the feet. I'm down with the Charles Max being a fight of the year contender, of course. What's up, Bradley Curon? Good to see you, bro. Bingo picks for this card. Mine's Patty lays down to pull guard at least twice after being hurt. Damn. You think he's just gonna fucking start pulling guard? Gaethje rolling thunder gets countered by a Patty flying triangle, put it in the parlay. Okay. Fluffy is a real stoner. You need Fluffy to win your buys. Listen, the Fluffy call is good. Fluffy said, though, I saw clips from the earlier interview, I think. Or was that MMA Junkie? I don't remember. But I saw Fluffy saying that he's normally high all week, taking edibles and shit leading up to fights. Now he's not going to be for this card. So I wonder if that's going to fuck him up. Wonder if that's going to fuck his flow up. Yeah, Rufy's fighting Fiziev next week. Listen, Fluffy takes his rips and enjoys them, so he don't give a fuck. He's a savage pothead. I think Hooker fights for the BMF this year. But if he loses to Benoit Saint-Denis, that's out the window. I think Alexander Hernandez by decision ain't a bad play. Who you taking on that fight? I think it goes distance. I'm going Johnson by decision. But yeah, it could go Hernandez too. He said being high makes him not constantly want to kill a motherfucker. So I'm worried for Sean's health now. Jesus. So sober and angry Hernandez versus Sean Strickland. That's good to know. We met Masvidal and Cheeto after they smoked one for UFC 322. That's cool as fuck. Wouldn't mind some legends coming back for one match, the White House, like GSP versus Anderson. I couldn't see a 50-year-old Anderson. I think Masvidal is live to come back, but he said in that aerial interview that the negotiations are kind of just at a standstill. It's not really much happening. Fight I'm most excited for this weekend, I think it has to be this John Silva Arnold Allen fight, because that's an easy fight night main event, and we get it as the opener. Isn't being a BMF anyone, anywhere, win or lose? He's more BMF than anyone else. Yeah, but I think you need to be coming off a win to make it happen. Strickland wants to kill people while he's sober. True. He said that's why he never smokes before a fight, but always smokes before practice. So he's more chilled and doesn't lose it against his sparring partners. He's fucked in that. He's crazy, bro. Hernandez, there we go. He's got some honest fucking take. Dude's a wild man. I don't think Alex Perez does beat Charles Johnson, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it shouldn't happen. Who wins, Prime Strickland or Prime Costa? I'm going to say Prime Strickland still is able to beat Prime Costa. I don't know, man. Paulo Costa's fucking. What is Prime Costa? Controversial decision against Yoel? In a perfect world, Umar versus O'Malley should be the fight. I love that fight. But I think in a UFC's perfect world, O'Malley versus Jan should be the fight. I did see Strickland's ice fight poster, bro. Holy shit. He's fucking crazy. Alex Perez mini comeback. I don't know, man. Is one win a mini comeback? I feel like one win is more of like a bounce back. I don't know if I'm going to go as far as to say it was a mini comeback. When do you do another live, homie? You need to lock in and do my research. So I will be live tomorrow afternoon at like 1 or 2. And then I'll be live tomorrow evening at like 8 for Propaholics. So, yeah, that's my content plan. Hey, W Good Noodle for becoming a member. He gifted memberships. He donated and became a member. What a gem. Thanks, bro. We got 8 new members on this stream. That's fucking awesome. Johnson KO round 3 edge. I'm assuming you're talking about Charles Johnson. Raise my glass to you, taking a drink to you and you good health. Hey, W Good Noodle, right back at you. Early UFC news, Oliveira beats Max by sub. Oliveira versus Armin 2 gets booked. I'm down with Oliveira Armin 2, by the way. I mean, I think Gable Stevenson's definitely going to make waves in the heavyweight division. That doesn't necessarily mean he's the next heavyweight champ, but he certainly fucks guys up like Mick Parkin. This is the year of the Urseg. We rise. Ugh. Steve Urseg, bro. I think I'm just over that fucking nerd. I've seen enough of Steve Urseg, bro. So safe to say the chat are still majority stoners with 62% at yes. I do think Armin would look better in an Oliveira rematch. True. He's leveled up since that fight. Hey, Axtro Wilson, welcome to the MMA Experts Army, bro. W. Doing a members stream after this, man. So I hope you guys are excited to tune in. It's not just a typical member stream doing a Q&A. I'm having members face-to-face. Also, chat, we're at 78 likes. Let's get 80 likes up in here as we approach the hour, 10-minute mark. We're on track for 100 likes on the stream, which is always a good stream goal. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for being savage. Bro, Perez was beaten up on Asu. I'm rooting for Energy, but I don't know, man. I can see a world where Perez wins a decision. I just think Energy's length, his boxing, I think it's going to be a problem. Am I the only one that wants to see Armin versus Ilya? No, Armin versus Ilya is great. It's way better than even Patty versus Ilya. Fuck yeah. Grappling match, Gable and Jailton. I don't know. I mean, I would lean Jailton to eventually find some like leg lock or something. Was good, excited for the weekend. Me too, Evil Wizard. Johnson versus a vet is where he struggles. You're right. But I think he can get past this puzzle. Thanks for the content. Hey, thank you for tuning in, Ed Hernandez. I appreciate it. Listen, without you guys, none of it's possible, bro. You guys tuning in, hitting the like button, subscribing, etc., hyping the video, dropping a dono, becoming members. It's all what makes this thing go around. So thank you. Yeah, Dakota Ditcheva in the UFC is great, but nah, she's sticking with PFL. Sticking with the easy fights. The easy PFL fights. Less stress, bro. Hernandez getting slept on as usual. Fair. Listen, I'm not saying that it's a lock for Michael Johnson. I'm just saying I'm leaning him in a close fight. Armin really went on a full PR movement after the headbutt and all his other antics. People started to like him. Bro, me included. I have to tell you, I was thinking about it while I was working out. I'm like, wow, I've become an Arman Sarukian fan. Since getting to know him a bit, I think Armin's actually pretty fucking cool. I feel like this weekend is such a banger. I'm betting some dollars, but almost any outcome on the main card is fun. W, I might lose all my bets and still have a great time. Well, listen, bro. I hope you win them. All right, and still have a great time. Aso Mabayev is one of those people that you just root for. I've heard his voice about 3 times, and I'm a super fan. I don't know why. That's interesting, man. I don't have that same feel towards Asu. Not that I don't like him, but I'm very like neutral. He's the same denomination Orthodox as you, very humble. Listen, he's a Georgian blood Armenian savage. Neon helped build that Armin fan base. It's kind of crazy that like the fucking kick streamers really helped pop him off. Who should Gable debut against? Give him Sean Sharaf in a showcase fight. Thank you for the 5 again, good noodle. I get what you mean. I used to hate Armin, especially after he totally robbed my goat. But I've become a massive fan recently. He's being done dirty. I agree. He should be fighting for the fucking belt. How long will members be able to talk to the member stream? I don't know, like a half hour. I'll just take guests. Take guests. I'll take a question or two and move on to whoever's next in line. That's it, bro. It's members only, though, on that one, Jesse Adams. Josh Van versus Moreno, no takedowns, is a barn burner. Josh Van with no takedowns against Moreno, I think, locks in a win. I think Gable Stevenson debuts at the White House. That's my prediction. Neon Loki been making a comeback. He's a lot more chill. It's an improved Neon on the streams. How did Neon even pop off in the first place? Like, I always wonder how some of these kick streamers built their base, you know? Like, what did he do to start popping off? What's up, Trip1345? Headbutting his ass clown behavior. No employer will reward someone putting their big investment at risk twice. Definitely not for a Paramount debut. I hated the headbutt. I'm with you. From 2K. They were all 2K streamers? No fucking way. That's wild, bro. Streaming 2K and they become crazy popular as they are now. That's actually wild as fuck. What the fuck? Beating Hooker a year after pulling out of the title fight is a lock for a title shot? No, I think he's going to get one more. If BSD beats Hooker, we set up that fight. That's crazy, bro. So they all blew up from 2K. I never knew that. 2K20? Wow. You were there for it, but never were a fan and still aren't. I wonder if MMA YouTube will ever have that type of takeoff for like the MMA streamers, you know? Can Scousers get knocked out? As of right now, I say no. Used to say he was Ronnie 2K's son. Okay. Saruki and BSD would be a savage lightweight bout. And if BSD wins, I think that's the shortlist fight. Hey, Arf, thank you for 279. Armin is apparently in camp. Really? I wonder who for. If not BSD after a win, who? Gamrot rematch, maybe? It would be nice, Casey. I hope we all, you know, hit a pop off. The MMA YouTube space explodes even more. I think I'm on my path to explosion on MMA YouTube with, I would say, the new and improved thumbnails and the more consistent videos. Like, I'm doing another video tomorrow. I'm not even going to tell you guys what it is. I'm just going to surprise you guys. So, Armin is not in camp. He was training to face Chandler at RAF. And he wrestled with Lance Palmer and fucked him up. PSD Patty would be sick if Patty loses Saturday. That's a sensible fight if he does lose. Good noodle. Thank you for the 5. Yes, they can Till got slept. Not saying Patty loses or anything. I just love bringing that shit up whenever someone says it. Damn. You're right. Darren Till got slept. Fuck. Darren Till got slept. Aiden Ross put Neon on. And he had fucking Guru on his stream. Shit. Aiden Ross just blowing people up. 2027 AJ Aiden Ross stream. Hey, Big W off. Thank you for the generous $13.99. That's cool as fuck, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you loads, dude. You're a generous savage. Till is not a Scouser. Is Darren Till a Scouser? I thought he was. Isn't he from Liverpool, Scouse? Is that a different part of Liverpool? Explain that to me. I don't know the Scouse terminology, bruh. And I also don't know beyond, Liverpool what qualifies as Scouse and not. Sorry for my ignorance. Yeah. All right. He definitely is. Yeah. Okay. So he is a Scouser, bro. Scousers don't get knocked out, lad. Fucking Scouser. How tall am I? 5'9". I'm 202 right now. You versus Guru would make some money. Not that Guru needed it, but Aiden and Nelt collabs is gonna have him getting like 50K plus in the companions. Listen, he fucking deserves it. He's been grinding forever. I got nothing but respect for it, bruh. I'll just be here doing my thing, building my space, you know? Scouts refers to people from Liverpool. All right, so yeah. He lost his Scouts of privilege after getting chin. I think that's why they say Scouts don't get knocked out. Darren Till deleted from it. Patty is definitely practicing his dance when he wins. I feel like O'Malley isn't mentally in the right place. I'm pulling for him, but I can see him lose. Really? AJ outworks Guru. Just got to weather the early storm. I think that's a fair take. Why does everyone say Justin is a wild brawl type of fighter? Since he's had Whitman, he's been a lot more technical. He has. It's true. He has chilled a tad bit. The only way Patty wins if Justin is washed. I really think that Patty's gonna whoop his ass, bro. I think Gaethje's just too hittable for this. What's a good lock city? Patty finish, pocket money line. I mean, I think it's a live city. Need the whole arena to chant Patty the Batty. I feel like you're gonna hear a lot of Patty chanting this week. A lot. Yeah, Molly never knocked out. But you're right. She was getting subbed left and right. AJ KO's crew with a flying knee. I always root for Sean, not because I really like him, but because I really fuck with his coach, Tim. Seems like such a cool dude, always hitting them ripskis too. Love Tim's breakdowns. Tim's a cool coach, man. Tim's a case of a guy that didn't make it to the UFC, but fucking made it as a coach. Locals would cheer Gaethje. I do think there'll be like a 20%, 25% American Gaethje support. Hey, Fish Bustin', my dog. Thank you for $4.99, bro. Good to see you. I appreciate that a lot. Drop a link. Let me call in. I'm doing members call in after this, bro. After this stream, I'm doing the members call in. I mean, I think there's underdogs that are live this weekend, but I'm not like confidently picking any. You know? F that. Listen, bro, it's for members. 90 likes, chat. 12 minutes away from the members only stream. Let's get 100. Drop link or I'll never tune in again. if you would never tune in for that, then listen, you weren't into the show anyways, you know? The amount of time Justin has got hit in the head, plus the amount of rips because he hits, his brain must be completely fried. Holy shit. Khabib had an insane pressure in the Justin fight. Just don't see Patty bringing anything like that. I don't know, man. I think Patty's going to look deceptively quick on the feet. Deceptively quick. And I think Patty can get him down with trips. I see Patty the Batty showing out, man. And I do think Gaethje's past his prime, too. I think so. Yeah, KZ is with a savage call out. He's not taking any bullshit from me. On my behalf, bro. He's like, fuck that. I just think that, like, Gaethje, also the Gaethje that fought Habib was young, bro. I just think that eventually Patty will be able to get a takedown, and Justin is terrible at jits for high-level MMA standards. Soon as Patty gets him down, it's a big problem. I think so. See how Patty kept getting countered by Chandler in the pocket? We're not worried about that. He's going to be all right. I really do. I really do. I'd be surprised. You think Michael Johnson beats Patty? I mean, with Michael Johnson's career logic, Michael Johnson might beat Patty. Does Robert Greene beat Daniel Zellhuber? I mean, he probably shouldn't. Hey, Arf, welcome to the army, bro. Thank you for becoming a member. Patty getting a zip line to the belt? Yes. Justin Gaethje, who looked a little vulnerable against Fiziev. Gaethje took some serious damage with Max Holloway. Johnson does have a solid resume. It's a shitload of losses across some nice wins. Somebody get MJ's ass out the roster. He's too fluky. Bro, Dustin Poirier Patty would have been sick. If Michael Johnson can 30-27 you in 2025, I think Robert Greene can squeak out a split decision. I mean, you're not wrong to think it's possible. True, Fiziev's a world-class striker, but also got to a good position on the ground. You think Michael Johnson's Anthony Smith at lightweight is a tad bit worse since he never fought for a belt? I feel like that Poirier win for Michael Johnson is kind of like Anthony Smith's Gustafsson win. You think Patty beats Fiziev? Patty hasn't beaten anyone on a win streak. I think we find out Saturday. Shoot, man, I got to debate you on the call in later about MJ versus Hernandez. I got MJ and we'll defend it to my last moments. Bro, good noodle. I'm picking MJ too, bro. I think it's going to be a good fight. Michael Johnson got a fluke win over Poirier. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's funny as fuck. You said you thought the same thing as me. It is, bro. It's equivalent to that almost. Been watching you for like 2 years now and finally did it, buddy. First person I've ever shipped money to on YouTube. Love the good vibe. That's what I'm here for before anything, bro. Hey, WRF. I really appreciate it, man. The first channel you fucking became a member of, drop some dollars on. That's really cool, man. W to all the new members. We got 10 new members this stream. Hey, chat, we're at 92 likes. We're 8 likes away from 100. Let's get 100 up in here. Ah, motherfucker, I thought you said Hernandez or a thing for the two good noodle. I was meaning, when I say Hernandez, I'm picking, I meant over Sean Strait. I'm going that Hernandez. I want to see that Hernandez. I know some people in chat, though, will argue to the fucking death of them about Hernandez beating Michael Johnson with you. Patty is smart to start a fight with Hooker because if he loses, it's probably the easiest fight at the top. Honestly, if Patty does lose this weekend, regardless of BSD and Hooker, that fight's probably next. AJ was the first guy ever dono to and bought a membership to. Hey, W Stormy, hell yeah. I need to send you money because I promised if I win last UFC of the year. You promised me FX Shadow? Well, listen, bro, if you want to live up to the promise, do it. If not, it's okay. Thought Timo Usman get suspended for Austrian 2 years? I thought he got suspended for high levels of testosterone. Not surprised. Unders in the Lewis Krylov fight, plus 300 for Bukauskas round 1. I think Bukauskas is live for an under 1.5 for a first round KO. And I think Lewis versus Waldo definitely could end violently and quickly, for sure. Thank you for the 5, good noodle. My fault, I'm running Tarkov Labyrinth right now. Sometimes got to drop the audio a little because I got to lock in. Be stretching my shit recently. Okay. Tarkov Labyrinth, bro. Let me understand what you're talking about. I've never played it, bro. But nah, I can imagine you got to lock in for that game. Off topic, but I watch a lot of UFC content. I'm always baffled how you guys keep up with all these up-and-comers and lower roster guys. There's a lot of research. I mean, you have to like watch every fight, every card, and you know, as the fights come out and you do new tape study, you should definitely tune in and see. FX Shadow, there's a little dollar sign by the chat button if you want to donate that way. Or you can, if you want to Cash App or Venmo me, I got that too. Hey, W chat Tappy, you didn't see I responded to you earlier? Yeah, bro. I know you're from that side of the world. Sometimes the time doesn't line up, but I'm glad you got to hop in. Yeah, not a surprise. Mo's popped. Me also first membership about fuck yeah, PDX. I appreciate that. Impression of Gianni saying he likes Pilayev. I'm laying it down on the value side. Andre Pilayev in the plus 300 range against the Gaethje, betting against the market for the plus money, I feel as though is an unavoidable and inevitable chance for success. Been off my Gianni the Greek impression. Good warm up. Peace, dude. Back to business. Let's go, Scotsman. Thank you for the 5, big dog. Thanks, bruh. Still got to figure out how to dono memberships on the iPad. It's weird that like by the phone or iPad, it like doesn't let it happen. Sometimes you guys got to go on the damn computer. Is Gianni coming back on Paramount? Remains to be seen. We'll probably find out with Contender Series. Buff and Buckley with Feed Generations. Who do you got? I'd really want to pick Buckley, but I'd probably end up picking Bonfim. Genuinely. Yeah, it would be one of those situations. I'd be like, I want to pick that person, but I just can't. Hey, 98 likes, let's get 200. Gianni again, but need to show more teeth. I'm laying it down on the value side. Started listening to you at work to help my DGen fight card betting. Really step it up a ton in the last year. Pretty good win rate when I cross my picks of yours. LMAO, AJ the Greek. Hey, WR. Just setting this members stream officially. Dun dun dun. Member stream. Set it for 10. 22, I guess. Is it set for members? And I didn't put it for members. All right. All right, there we go. Yeah. Members only is set up now. Donating off my phone is such a struggle. Autocorrect kicks in on iOS like crazy. You try and type was good. You get, yo, what's C good? I know. It's stupid. I know. Donating off that shit is annoying. I was watching your prediction video when I was getting a haircut today. Me and my barber were debating the Krylov fight. And he's on Modestas round 1, but I'm 50-50. Dude, I just think Krylov is fucking washed, bro. Guys like Gianni would probably find the impression funny as hell. I hope he would, bro. Thank you for the 5 again, good noodle. I appreciate you. You ready for this member stream? Hey, become a member. Chat, we're 2 likes away from 100. I want 100 likes to close out this stream, so make sure you guys smash that damn like button, bruh. Smash that like button like savages. You know how lucky you are to have a UFC, your barber to be a UFC fan? Enough ball knowledge to debate fucking Krylov Bukowski. That's actually a big deal. Swerve is right, bro. Like, that's a cool ass fucking barber. That's a barber with some fucking respect, you know? Put some respect on your barber's name, dog. Will Gushkov and Reyes kill me? I mean, maybe. I just think Krylov's washed, bro. I think Krylov's done. You see a late KO for Lewis Waldo. We'll try to be passive for the first 2. Coach will talk him too much out of that Cuban urgency. You get caught with Lewis crazy power. Okay. I don't know, my dog. I think there's a chance a nice right hand to the chin flatlines D. Lou. See Michael Bisping, Arnold Allen is picking. I mean, I'm not surprised he's picking the Brit. I'm not surprised at all. All right, chat. I'm about to go live for members. There's the link right there. Click on it. Watch it. I'm closing out this stream. W to everybody watching. If you haven't watched this week's MMA, best MMA bets yet, you should. If you haven't watched What the Fuck UFC 324, you should. Both of those videos are available on the channel now. So go give them a watch. But yeah, I'm going to do members now. I'll talk to you guys in members in like, I don't know, minute and a half. All right. Peace. See you members in a bit.